Sorry, you're gonna bear with me while I get comfortable.
Yeah.
All right, Brianna,
Katie.
we're back. But this time it's about how we're gonna survive with 3 girls in the house for the summer. 2 14-year-olds and 1 very, very needy 6-year-old.
Oh, definitely going to be eventful, that's for sure.
Yeah, we've already kind of made a plan on how we're going to do that. Well, sort of. Electronics are for a certain amount of time a day. The other time of the day, the rest of the half of the day, they will get kicked outside because we have a pool, we have a trampoline. They need to exercise and work out their energy so they're not annoying the crap out of us, so to speak. And constantly wanting to be on the living room TV where we're at to play video games.
Yeah. Side note.
She'll be right back. P.S. Because our kids need the ladder in the pool because apparently we took it out. Well, husband took it out because we got a fancy new vacuum that is a Roomba for an above ground pool, and so it just cleans the bottom because last month we got an excavator and we tore literally everything out of the front yard and the backyard, as unfortunately this was my dearly beloved grandmother's house for 36 years, and she passed away last month. That little collage up there is one of the ones my mom had created for her funeral, and she's back. Apparently they did it themselves.
They did, surprisingly.
Self-sufficient.
When they want to be.
When they want to be. Yeah.
So let's see. We'll have some activities planned. Obviously, we have our season passes for
SeaWorld and the Aquarium of the Pacific.
Yeah.
Now you know, in where we kind of live in Southern California, we're equidistant to about everything.
Yeah, pretty much.
Whether it's the mountains, the beach, Disneyland, Universal, Knott's, SeaWorld, we're kind of nicely put in the middle. The only thing that I think is super far away that we probably won't ever do this summer is Six Flags.
Yeah. I mean, I want to go, but I think that would be like for like an adult's trip. I don't think the kids will really want to go on all of those rides.
Well, I don't think I would fit on all of those rides. I am a very voluptuous woman.
You're very pretty.
Very pretty. See, she treats me right. I don't need a man.
We'll do beach trips. We love the beach. Couple beach bums.
Oh yeah, we made sure we have it all. We have a cart that has the wheels specifically for the beach. We have chairs. We have easy ups. We have
Boogie
multiple
boards.
Towers, boogie boards. We got it all.
Yep. So, and then I'm sure we'll have a camping trip or two, whether it's close by or a little bit farther away.
Mm-hmm.
Husband does like to do camping, and he's the
outdoors, yeah, but he's truly takes it to another level. This past weekend, he absolutely loved bringing out the fire pit, having fire, and the girls got to make s'mores with their cousins, and it was just overall a blast. And we make sure that we buy the little magic pack so the fire can change colors.
Yeah,
we're that extra.
Little puny one, I'm sure. Once we get our other ones set up,
and the in-ground one, yeah,
then those fire packs will be a whole lot more fun.
Yeah. But yeah, we have plans, but we're also just go with the flow. See how we feel, how the girls are feeling. It does prevent some stuff because unfortunately my daughter has some health issues. She has her heart health condition, and her legs are constantly in pain. She is wheelchair dependent, and she's not stuck in a wheelchair. That sounds horrible. She's not permanently placed in a wheelchair yet.
She also has her walker that she can sit down in if she we have all the things to make for a comfortable
Yeah,
summer.
so we take that into account no matter what. Even if we were to go camping, let's say we go to Yosemite, we would have to have like a campsite that we can plug in the battery type of thing. That way, when we go on like certain trails, she can come with. So it's just we always take into account what she can and can't do and what's possible. So it very much means go with the flow.
Yep.
And in the mix of that, we also have nephew that will come over and do things and just have a blast. So in this house, we're a family of 6. When we add in nephew, that makes 7. I know with camping, my mom wants to come, so that'll be 8. And of course, with camping, we will never leave our 2 doggies behind. They will come with us, so that way they can have a blast and smell all the smells and do all the hikes and trails with us and stuff like that. So our puppies will never be left behind.
No, they won't. So, I mean, and then we'll have to obviously, us adults will need to set aside time for us.
Yeah.
Because I think we'll all go a little stir crazy if we're just
at home with the kids stuck 24/7.
Yeah.
We love them. We truly do. But having 2 14-year-olds that are extremely close, but also typical sister type stuff. Even though they're cousins, they're still very much sisters. And so they're constantly going boom, 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 boom.
So trying to balance out, okay, you guys do this, and then you guys separate for an hour or 2 so you guys don't
explode at each other, which will then make us
explode.
Yeah.
Or be like, you know what, we don't want to deal with it. We'll wait for
and we don't
to come home.
And if they constantly are doing this, it's going to make it harder for us to want to do fun things, which will then put us in a bad mood because it's not just hurting them, it's hurting us. It's hurting the 6-year-old. Yes.
Now, ain't nobody gonna mess up my.
Are you kidding me? Next time we go to SeaWorld, I'm doing the sloth encounter. I want to hold a slothy. Slothies. They're so cute. People don't think they're cute, but I think they're flipping adorable, especially the babies. Oh, yes.
I love slothies, but I love otters too.
So. Otters. My mom is a big penguin person, so I know she'll come to SeaWorld with us a few times. The girls absolutely love all the shows, and I love getting splashed and getting wet. I know at the entrance of SeaWorld, I love to be the one to dip my hands in and get the dead skin cleaned off by the little fishies.
It tickles.
It tickles, but it's so natural. It's better for you. I absolutely love SeaWorld. And I know that's controversial because people are like, they're in cages, it's inhumane, it's improper. But a lot of these animals are ones that cannot go back out into the wild. SeaWorld does a lot of research for these animals to raise awareness.
They're practically a rescue facility.
Yeah, they mainly are. And when we buy apparel from SeaWorld, it's always the SeaWorld rescue stuff because we want to highlight that they are in this world to rescue those animals and give them the love and care that they need. So we truly appreciate everything they do, just like we do with the Aquarium of the Pacific. And
the froggy exhibit.
The frog. Oh my God, if I could create a reel, which I might, to post up on here to show you videos of our last visit to the Aquarium of the Pacific and how excited her face was that exhibit was finally open and she got to see him. But it was also very sentimental because Mama was
obsessed with frogs.
Yeah,
she loved frogs.
Yeah, we won't be doing Disneyland type of thing. That's too expensive. That's too rich for our blood at the moment.
But I mean, it would be nice if we could
It would be nice if we could go. Knott's is a little bit more affordable, so we may do Knott's. Knott's fun. They have a water ride. They have roller coasters. They have great food, and it's just very family friendly. I know the girls want to do Universal Studios because of Mario World. However, that's something that we would really have to plan out and budget.
Yeah, and during the summertime, trying to budget for Universal is going to be tight.
It is going to be tight. So it's nice to know that we have like 2 passes that are taken care of for the year, so we can easily spend time and go out there as often as we want or as little as we want. And it'll work. I know our parents have a timeshare with Welk Resorts. So I know we'll go down there and spend time. And it's an easy branch off point to be able to do SeaWorld or do downtown San Diego.
Yeah, we could
and
definitely
do the
make
things.
a weekend out of San Diego where we can go to SeaWorld, and then Old Town San Diego, they have Seaport Village. Like, Seaport Village is huge, and I've only seen
a fraction
portion of it because there's a specific shirt store, Hawaiian shirt store, that I like to go into. It's amazing.
Yeah, she bought, when we were last at SeaWorld, we left, me and the kids left early, or like me and my daughter left early. She had hers, and they went and they make these unique shirts where they dye them a certain way.
And
beer, rum,
blue curacao. I have a shirt. I have a Stingray shirt that was dyed with blue curacao.
And I think mine was rum because it's a pirate one.
Yeah, it's.
Why is the rum always gone?
Yeah, it was it totally had like a saying that was just like,
my booty.
Yeah, I had
it was all about my booty.
And I'm just like, you know what? I have to. Like,
I mean, there's not a day goes by that she's not doing tickling my booty. Speaking of,
ask me about my wiener.
Anytime I do this, she has to do it. But yeah, we have a lot of plans to survive the summer and keep the girls busy. It is nice, and shout out to our mom, who bought the pool and bought the trampoline, so the girls would have the ability when we are home to enjoy everything about it and not be stuck inside and be bored out of their minds. Literally right before we made this video, our teenagers were saying they were bored, and they had been on video games all month. So we were like, outside till
we're done.
Yep, and go swim.
They're lucky I didn't send the 6-year-old out there with them.
We still can.
Maybe after the video for a little bit. That way she can at least say she got in the pool.
And we know we are very fortunate to be able to do stuff like this and afford the annual passes for, 6 or the 7 of us, because we included nephew and everything. And same with the Aquarium of the Pacific. So we don't have to worry about the cost for like 1-day tickets. It's very, very nice that we had that fortunate ability to do this. So that way, when we go to the beach, we're very conscious. We go shopping first. We bring snacks. We bring water bottles and sodas in the cooler. We'll bring sandwiches for lunches and stuff like that. So we're not spending money while we're there either. I think the only time we would spend money is if we're near a certain beach that sells like snow cones for the girls, and that's the limit that we would do. So we're very good about that.
I mean, there'll be things that won't really cost us anything. Like we plan on doing hiking. We got a bunch of hiking gear.
Yeah, we bought a bunch of backpacks for the water.
We'll be spending money, $40 in gas for a day of fun, whether it's going to a waterfall hike or something naturey, that's free. We would just make sandwiches, same like the beach.
Yeah, and like I said, we're easily go with the flow. I think we can do like day trips to Oak Glen, up to the mountains, enjoy like Arrowhead or Big Bear. We can also do a fun day trip to Solvang and have them see that and experience that and the culture there and everything they have to offer.
Have to save up money for, because I will definitely want to buy souvenirs.
She would want to buy souvenirs. Yeah, I've been there multiple times.
I haven't.
If we go camping, one of these summers, I would love to get the kids to experience a trip that my grandparents took me on. And we went up the east side of California and drove north. We did like the lava caverns. We went through Oregon and Washington, did Mount Rainier, Mount St. Helens. That is still one of my favorite places to go. And then we went west through Washington and all the way down the coast of Washington, Oregon, and the Pacific Coast Highway through California. So we did the redwoods, we did the aquarium, I think was in either Santa Clarita or Santa Barbara. That is absolutely amazing. We went to Tillamook and saw how they made their cheeses and got to taste different ones. I really would love to give the kids that experience, just like I would love to give the kids the experience of going on the road and going to Yellowstone and Yosemite, and do camping there and have them see the different wonders that this earth provides us. It's absolutely gorgeous when you appreciate outside and nature and the animals, and then just like all around, it's just absolutely awesome. And I'd love to get them to experience that, because those are some of my favorite trips that I still remember to this day enjoying with my grandparents.
It was me growing up. It was mainly camping. We did a lot of camping. But we were always, I was always outside. I was always hanging out with all the kids on the block. Like, I knew when I had to come inside. My mom never had to call me. She was very scary if I had to. Hard pass.
Growing up, I was always outside too, but I lived in Las Vegas for the first 14 years of my life. So I was always told when those street lights came on, your butt was inside. And this was a time with no cell phones or stuff. So our parents didn't know what the hell we were doing, where the hell we were at. We just knew when those street lights came on, we better hustle and get back home, or our butts would be black and blue.
Yeah, I think one of my favorites was me, whether it was me and my cousin or me and my brother, we would spend summers out in Kingman with my grandparents, and that was a lot of fun. I learned how to play pool. I learned how to ride a horse through my Aunt Diane, and summers were fun.
Yeah, we were very fortunate to have the summers we did, and we would love to give that to our kids. And like I said, we're very fortunate to be able to do these things, because we know there are some families who can't, but who still make the most of their summers, whether it's, going to parks or doing family things.
Throwing down saran wrap or cellophane and throwing down soap.
Yeah.
And just making your own slip and slide. They're DIYs. That's what we grew up with too. I mean, you don't have to have money to make memories and have a good summer.
100%. Just like there are some places in Nevada I would love to show the girls, like Beatty, which is right next to a ghost town called Rhyolite. My mom was an archaeologist while I was growing up, so I helped her discover the train tracks that used to go through Rhyolite, because it was a gold mine town and everything else. Tonopah, they have a gorgeous museum and everything else, and it's right next to what used to be considered Area 51 before it was moved. There's Virginia City up in with Reno, if I'm not mistaken, or maybe it's the capital. I forget, because it's been years. But Virginia City is fun because it can ride a real old-fashioned train, and see just how it was with the Wild Wild West, because it's still very much meant to be that way, and showcase that to tourists and stuff. And it's absolutely a lot of fun. There's so many things that we are so close to that we can do trips for a weekend or for a few days and just experience
and
that.
Not break the bank account.
Yeah, and it gives the kids it educates them, whether it's about nature, whether it's about history, or just reliving family trips and seeing the wonder through their eyes that we got to experience as kids.
Got to experience, life is too short not to be acting silly, making memories, and just try not to stress.
And we kind of forgot about that for a while. It always, unfortunately, takes a death to remind us. The last death, other than my grandmother, that we had was Mama 5 years ago. And that, unfortunately, still burns and stings to this day, because she was still in the prime of her life. And then the most recent one was our grandmother, who was 92. And that just crushed us. I mean, she was the matriarch of the family and she was so fierce, and so for her family. So we are very much back in the, we'll take a ton of pictures, we'll take a ton of videos. We will get all of the memories, we will create memories and live our life and have our kids live our life, because you're never guaranteed tomorrow. You could literally back out of your driveway and someone's speeding down the street and not paying attention, and you could be gone. It's life is short.
Yep. It can be over just like that.
So during the summer, when we know we don't have the constraints of school, for the girls, homework, anything like that, we are very much in the mindset to make the most of every day, do as much as we possibly can, and fill the summer with a bunch of laughter, love, memories, fun. And even if we can't afford something elaborate, we can still do something that is gonna light up their lives and light up their eyes, and they're gonna have so much fun. And it's very much, this summer is all about the kids and what they want to do, and us giving them as much as we possibly can. So without us going
planning all of
crazy,
that and doing all of that, it'll be about how well they can test their limits and how well they can push our buttons.
100%.
There's gonna be a shit ton of hiccups, no matter what we do, where we go, or nothing. But
there's still going to be fighting, but at least that point we can kick one out of either the car, the RV, the tent, and be like, take one of the dogs, go walk it off. Because our two dogs are big dogs. We have a male and a female. One is a Dutch Belgian Shepherd mix type of thing. And then the other is a pure German Shepherd. So they're very big and they're very protective of all of us. So if anyone were to come, even though they'll be muzzled, but it won't be super, super tight, they can still defend the girls and keep them safe if they were to go on a walk. Excuse me.
I mean, well, if you've made it this far, trusted followers, I mean, you can even comment and tell us what you guys are planning on doing.
What are your
ideas? Let us know.
Trips you've gone on as kids that you absolutely loved and had fun with, even if it's in a different part of the U.S., because we're on the West Coast. We would love to hear about things in the Midwest or the East Coast and plan to go out there. Like, there are plans. I would love to take the girls to New York and have them see the Statue of Liberty, the Empire State Building, Ellis Island, where the World Trade Center used to be, and where the monument is, and see all of that history. It's very much there's because my family's from New York, there's very much certain things that we would love to give the girls, and we're gonna do our best to do so.
That's all a parent can do.
So this video is going to be shorter than most, just because this video was talking about the summer. We're probably going to end it here because there's only so much we can ramble on about summer and plans. Ramble. And we can. So I'm going to end it. I do want to say that next week we will be having a very heavy topic. We will be covering Men's Mental Health Awareness Month, because June is just not Pride Month. However, we do appreciate we're part of LGBTQ in this family. We love Pride Month. We do celebrate our Pride, not just this month, but every day throughout the year, every year. But men's mental health is still not talked about. We will cover the stigma they face, the factors that lead to depression and suicide, the statistics about suicide worldwide, as well as giving hotlines, because we don't know where you live and what country you live in. So we will give out as much resources as we possibly can for those who are a part of it. If you do watch this, if you want to tell us your story, everything will be anonymous for next week. We will be talking to people and asking questions in different generations and how they feel, getting different perspectives, but no names will be mentioned, just like male, age 26 type of thing, and how it feels to be a man in this day and age, or even in the past, and what you face if you feel comfortable opening up, if you don't, if you've ever thought about suicide, if you've ever tried to act on it, or if you haven't, why, what stopped you from being another number and being someone that their family will always question. Why didn't I see this? Why did they leave me? What could I have done to keep them here? Because trust me, the last 17 years I've had those questions because my brother committed suicide. So I'm one of those family members that to this day questions, why did my brother leave me? um, so it'll be a very heavy, very sad topic, but we feel like it needs to be talked about because people are so readily available to talk and understand women's mental health. And it's easy to diagnose women with depression and anxiety, but not so much for men. And why is that? So that's what we'll be talking about. Anything you want to add?
Not that I can think of off the top of my head.
Well, we hope you enjoyed this video. Like I said, if you want a feedback, by all means, comment or click on go to our link tree, which has our email address listed, and just email us everything. Mm-hmm. And we check it daily. Trust me, we check it daily.
Any questions, concern, you want to share a story?
Yeah. And also any other topic you want us to talk about. We are very much, we research what we talk about. We talk to professionals as well. We aren't just talking and rambling and giving our own opinion. And again, it is our own opinion. Mm-hmm. Everybody is entitled to their opinion. Everybody has different views and takes on these topics. It very much is. But this will be released on Sunday like normal, and this Sunday is
Father's Day.
So happy Father's Day to all the fathers, grandfathers out there in this world. We appreciate you, we see you, and we love you guys.
Not to mention the dads that actually stepped up, and the
bonus dads.
Bonus dads. Yeah, happy Father's Day to you as well.
Especially because you didn't have to love that child as your own, but you stepped up and said, I'm going to be a role model for them. I'm going to love them as if they're my own. They're not going to know the difference. Bravo to you guys, because you don't have to do that. So we appreciate you. We see you. We love you. Everybody, enjoy your summer and have a good week. Bye.